Get ready to touch that dial with your host, Spike Nesmith.
Newsflash, Canada is cold. And as he comes back from a break, this host at QR in Calgary has a quick chat with his audience about the temperature. A quintessentially Canadian conversation we lay people are rarely privy to. The bit doesn't last too long, he doesn't flog a cold horse, but it's a great conversation that is absolutely relatable to both his core audience and his fellow countrymen. He hits the regional locations, he relates to the audience's own experiences, and generally has a great time asking them about something that they'll all have an answer to. From Calgary in Canada, this is QR. But first, this local commercial message.
Isn't it funny that the later it gets, the better pizza tastes? That's why Tom's House of Pizza is proud to announce they are now open late at participating locations. Tuesday through Saturday, enjoy expanded hours and get the pizza you love anytime between 11 a.m. and midnight. Late night pizza craving? Satisfy it with the amazing thin crust pizza that's been a Calgary tradition since 1963. Eat late at Tom's House of Pizza on McLeod Trail, James McKevitt Road, and in Okotoks.
It's chilly out there. Wow, I was looking at some of the temperatures. It's, in the minus 30s in Edmonton and Calgary. I'm sure you know that. Same in Regina and Saskatoon tonight. A balmy minus 18 last I looked in Winnipeg, and really frigid in Yellowknife. I think it's minus 43 in Yellowknife. That is a record in the minus 30s. In Whitehorse, it's minus 27 in northern BC. It's not that cold by Canadian standards in southern BC where I am right now, but it was below zero and it was snowing, so everyone kind of loses their mind. I grew up in Montreal, as I probably mentioned more than a billion times, and I was thinking today about what does cold mean to you? When you hear something, what says to your brain, oh, that's cold? Because it shifts. If you're out here where I am, the moment you say like minus 5, people are like, oh, I don't think I'm going to go out. And you're thinking back, minus 5 in Montreal in, late March, that's patio weather. That's patio weather. You're sitting outside, in minus 5. And that, of course, there's more sun, there's more longer and hotter sun at that time of year. But still, let me know what you think of where you are as cold. I've had some minus 45s. Catherine, living in Ottawa. Grant says he grew up in Winnipeg. 30 years ago, the daytime high never broke minus 30 for 17 days in a row. That's cold. The 18th day went to minus 27 and people were high-fiving each other. Grant, that's a very Winnipeg story. With mitts on, he says. That was a cold run. He's now in North Cowichan, not too far from where I am. And, he says if they hit minus 9, that's chilly. It really changes your perspective depending on where you are. Jason was saying that from Vancouver that he was in Montreal and he was talking about like some sort of very cold night, minus 75 with the wind chill. I don't remember that, but that's really cold. Let me know what cold is to you. As I was saying, growing up, minus 20 was kind of where once you got into the 20s, into the 2s, then you knew it was really cold out. And then I moved to Edmonton, for a while when I was a kid, and minus 20 wasn't so bad. It was that dry cold they used to talk about. But it didn't feel so bad. So I'm just wondering where you are. What do you qualify as cold? Because I'm sure it's cold tonight, but in general, 1-877-399-9898 is the text line. Let me know who you are and where you are and what cold is to you and your neighbors.
That's the mark of a solid talk show host right there, being able to look at what's currently happening, whether that's breaking news or weather systems, and then making it relate to their audience. Chances are this guy stuck his head out the door on a break or saw the temperature on a TV and managed to make a very nice little breakout of something that, as I say, his whole audience can relate to. 10 out of 10 for great radio. Next week, how local can one radio station go? We'll find out next Friday when we touch that dial. I'm Spike Nesmith.